Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We'd just like to have everyone comfortably seated. So we have space over here, as well as over there. Those that are still standing, most welcome to be accommodated in that space. Thank you. We hope to be able to begin the formality of our evening now.
Ladies and gentlemen, future BMICH. Save the world, bless all the future of every boy and girl. Come back as mama, forgive us for what we've done. Come back as Allah, come back as anyone. Krishna ni begane, Babu, Krishna ni begane. Build a better world, a world that's for children, a world that's for everyone. Krishna ni begane, Babu, Krishna ni begane, Babu. Time don't wait for anyone. Tell me you'll be back, but that might take some time, and I'm waiting.
popular and well-recognized lady singer-performer in our own community, and recognized for her ability with more than the one language. So she's able to perform in several languages. And also, her versatility is found in her cross-genre performance. So she performs different types of music as well. And that's very good. It resonates well with the event that we are at today. So we find, when listening to that song, perhaps there are two ways of taking it. It could be a lament, it could be a complaining kind of song, or on the other, it could also be something that looks positively at the future. And that's the element that we would like to draw on. Just engaging in a light conversation outside before the event began, it was heard, spoken, that it's all aluminium and glass these days. The tallest buildings, that's what is being used. So the science and technology is not standing still, it is moving on. And what is good is that an event such as we have today helps us to appreciate that Lanka and the people of Lanka are not needing to be behind. They can keep up with the ongoing. And so designers, architects, constructors, and dreamers among the people can dream and find that what they dream can be fulfilled. So here we are. Now, the organizations that have converged in the year 2010 are the giant Haley's Group, and as I said, in that year, ALUMEX became part of that giant organization. Of course, Haley's has carved for itself a very special place in the annals of corporate life in this country and has a resplendent name. ALUMEX too, likewise, have done marvelously and intend to continue within this group to support the future. So, preparation for the future is what this evening is about. And so, it is future tested. That's the idea that we would like to have reside in your minds. Future tested products. I'll say no more, but invite Mr. Mohan Panditagay, who is the chairman of both the Haley's Group and ALUMEX PLC, to come across the lectern. He has some introductory remarks, and he himself will introduce the next speaker, Mohan Panditagay.
Distinguished invitees, members of boards of directors of Haley's and ALUMEX, and the Honorable Secretary to Minister of Defence. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the launch of ALUMEX Tested Systems. ALUMEX has been at the forefront of Sri Lanka's aluminium industry. When Haley's acquired the company in 2010, the pace of the innovation and product development accelerated. Our portfolio has constantly been evolving to meet the changing demand and trends in the market and the ever-increasing expectations of our customers. Most recently, we launched the Lumine brand range of products introduced last year targeting the residential market. Today, we are happy to launch this new range of products, especially targeting the commercial market, particularly the new high-rise condominiums and commercial buildings that we see coming up in Colombo. With Lumine and ALUMEX tested systems, we now cater to the entire range of products of Sri Lankan construction industry. Rohan, my managing director, will take you through the technical details of the ALUMEX tested system products range. let me thank you for taking the time to be here with us today for this important event. I wish you all the best and hope you continue to work with us and support us going forward. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch of ALUMEX Tested Systems. As the chairman mentioned, this year our focus is on the commercial sector. The skyline of Colombo City is ever changing with taller and more sophisticated buildings being constructed, and these buildings require stronger, more reliable, high quality of products to withstand the forces of nature at these heights. To cater to this new demand, ALUMEX has had to depend heavily on innovation. Innovation to broaden our existing product portfolio and also to offer our customers a range of new products which were suited to the newer building designs. After many years of development, this new range of products targeted specifically at commercial buildings such as high-rise apartments as well as multi-story office buildings are what we are launching today. Our ALUMEX tested systems, consisting of curtain walls, windows and doors, our tested systems have been through the most rigorous testing conducted by the United Kingdom Accreditation Service. The UKAS Centre in Dubai tested our products for air filtration, water penetration, wind and sound resistance, and all the tested products exceeded the target criteria. Information regarding the entire range will be made available to you in a brochure that we will send to your officers next week. And we have samples of these products for your inspection in and around the world. As a complementary product, today we also will be introducing the ALUMEX system calculation software named ALUSYS. These are window, door and curtain wall construction software for tested ALUMEX tested systems. It works very easily with your entering your requirements in the program and the software calculating the profile quantities and accessories that are required to complete the work, taking away the tedious work required to count the BOT. Details of this software will be presented to you later in the evening. With the launch of our ALUMEX tested systems for the commercial market and the looming range of products to cover the residential market, as the chairman said, we now have an entire range of products for the Sri Lankan construction industry. Truly Sri Lankan products for the Sri Lankan industry. Let me conclude by thanking all of you for your presence at this very important event and hope that you will enjoy the rest of the presentations and the entertainment. Thank you.
And thank you too, Mr. Rohan Perez, Managing Director of ALUMEX PLC. He did say it was an important event. I would dare say it's an exciting one. You will realize when you watch the screen.
Welcome to future testing. Initializing ALUMEX testing. Begin. Successful completion. Future tested. ALUMEX tested systems.
At this point in time, some nitty-gritty details need to be presented to this audience so that you will be able to better understand what has been alluded to in words and in the pictures. So from Facade Consultations, we have the first of our spoken presentations. So we invite our representative from Facade, please come across. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Architecture, design to engineering and environment, the sense of identity. So, ALUMEX for doors and windows, and now is a curtain wall system introduced in the market. So, there is a thought process. You should be always think out of the box to design and test and implement the system. So, I have to touch up on what is the industry gone in other part of the world. You look at glass building in Skyline, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Dubai, in Kuala Lumpur. It started 15 to 20 years ago, high-rise buildings. Colombo City Skyline, in 2000, it was, and 2014, and Colombo City Skyline could be 2025, and ALUMEX could be ALUMEX Green City in 2025. So, theory of ALUMEX curtain wall system. Naturally, human anatomy functions similar to building facade design. See, this is a skeleton This could be a structure of a body, also structure of a building. Entire functional system of a body, energetic performance for a body as well as energetic performance for a building is called mechanical, electrical, plumbing. This could be heat balance body, internal coefficient pressure of the body versus external coefficient pressure of the body. So it should be balanced environment to comfort to sit inside a building. So you have thermal comfort required, so heat balance. Then it should be a fully enveloped acidical suit, so you need a fully enveloped acidical building required. Then this is what ALUMEX curtain wall system is going to envelop the entire of the building. So what is nature versus complex curtain wall system? See, this is ant nest and building has been created similar way. It's a bird nest. Building also created in a similar way. Even the car industry car started in 1915 without glass, then it comes the annealed flat glass, then it changed to curved glass, and 2015 is a composite, and beyond 2020 is going to be completely glass car, lightweight car industry. So thought process on changes in material, architecture and engineering. So regulation changes in humanity, living style globally. Automobile sector changes in every 3 years in design specification and globally. Building curtain wall design regulation change every year 10 years globally. And in Sri Lanka, where we stand on global curtain wall design, how effectively. So ALUMEX is creating it. Come to ALUMEX tested facade system design principles. What is ALUMEX tested facade system? Which does not carry any dead load from the building other than its own weight. Load transfer to main building structure through connections at floors and walls. Designed to resist air, water, infiltration, wind forces, seismic and its own dead load forces. And just one of many available facade systems. See, ALUMEX facade tested on key design factors, structurally tested for live load deflection and building sway, electrically tested for bonding for lightning arrestor and other related things, plumbing for drainage, cooling, comfort, heating also comfort, aesthetics, as well as weatherproofing, as well as acoustics, buildability, durability, and other project specific requirements. ALUMEX facade design, the wall properties, control heat flow in and out, control air flow in and out, control water vapor flow, control rain penetration, control light, solar and other radiations, control noise, control fire, provide strength and rigidity, durable, aesthetically pleasing and be economical. What is the drainage and pressure equalization principle is tested? Water, opening, hoses, eliminate any one so there will be no leakage. See, drainage and pressure equalization principles happen on gravity, kinetic energy, surface tension, capillary action, air currents, and pressure differences. So these are two types of system can be done with this system. One is a drain and vent path system. You have to provide vent path, drain and vent paths. The other way, you have to provide a side deflectors and capillary action for pressure equalization through cover caps. It happens only on the cover caps. So the structural performance of this system is withstand applied forces, dead and wind and live loads, and is ensure occupant and passer by safety. Also must appear visually safe. Also check based on computation and data sheets. Also must accommodate building movements. Also accommodate horizontal and vertical modulations. And also derive frame size and glass thickness. And select adequate hardware to the size aspect ratio as well as the wind load. And verification by prototype testing, which has done and test the system pass. Also the structural tolerance. You have to design in the system, it has to accommodate column shortening, beam shortening should be addressed, floor to floor beam deflectors, as well as differential column settlement. In plane also the drift, also out of plane also drift, thermal movement and fabrication tolerance has to be accommodated in the system. See, the ALUMEX tested FASA system is a reliability, 3 train levels system, three system of ceiling, system for integrated, also you can use for skylights. Also they launched like a 507 and 503 profiles, which 52 mm face width, which has a glass edge cover of 8 mm. And is a flat rebate on mullions, and joints can be butt joint or uniform accessories can be attached. So the glass thickness 4 to 50 mm can be accommodated in the system. Also no penetration of drainage level or wherever brackets comes. Also the front face of the cover caps can be changed any shape to greater design freedom and accommodation to asymmetrical design intents. Testing, it has been tested and is passed. These are the failure tests, and ALUMEX is never the system passed. So air infiltration passed, water penetration passed, structurally passed, and seismic passed, and proof load. And BMICH restrain also is tested. So this is a live load impact on the glass also, you can test with the system. Also it has been tested on the coating and other thing. Then aesthetical performance wise, you can achieve architect wise any shape, any geometry or any trapezoidal panels can be done. Serviceable and retain appearance in the long term, and material selection can be accommodated and essentially tested and installed together with the system. Also factory and site inspections are essential, and select materials and coating as per aesthetical design intent. Also refine details as well as review interface between other components like false ceiling or floor elements. Also material track records and weatherproofing. Also these are the expressions available, which is the material performance. Also it is a gaskets and other things to prevent water leak, and other things is a weather performance. Also air infiltration, exfiltration, and also must allow visible light but limit to glare. Also limit to heat gain and loss, means envelope terminal values, which is contribute about 35% transfer values to the building, and avoid condensation, as also verify the drawing based on the prototype testing through factory and site inspections. Also environmental performance, heat load, glare studies, thermal comfort, heat transfer through facade, which can be achieved in this system. It can be, because the thermal break is, as an option, can be implemented in this system. Also acoustic performance, must limit noise, transmission through facade, must limit noise between unit, means a flanking noise. Also operable panel must be glued tightly to prevent sound deadening, and verification on site and by lab. Also buildability performance, it has been built and tested. This is an image, this is a drawing done from the testing facilities. It has been allowed for fabrication installation tolerance, allowed for tolerance on structure, and accommodate structural movements. And it has been verification on the shop drawing on site as well as. Also human safety on glazing, various definitions of safety barriers, minimum height required not less than 1.0567 meters from the FFL as per IBC. Allowable glass types for human barriers, it should be laminated safety glass, you can attach to the system, and also embossed load as per any code. Energy performance, it can be integrated. The system has been designed with the radiative, convection and conductance heat definitions. The requirements are clearly defined, and also energy saving as well as comfort level. Also, it has to be tested for human comfort testing facade system. See, the internal reflection is a huge important factor as to design in any facade together with the glasses. Also, external reflection. If you not external reflection, regulator or control eval will be very high, and radiated heat and direct heat and lux levels is very important, and also visual light transmitters, day and lighting, and occupants comfort. Also, fire stop smoke seal is very important between floor to floor or within any vertical separations. The performance of the smoke kills faster than fire. So smoke seal is very, very important. Also, security can be enhanced in the same system with the different force of entry or bullet resistance or blast resistance. It can be cabled or inside the transom or mullion can be achieved. Also, integrated BMUs. So, restraining point can be attached to the system for integrated BMU guidelines. Also, you can integrate signages as well as lighting, as well as in building integrated photovoltaics. That's all my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Mr. Mahesh, who's the Regional Director for South Asia with Meinhardt. And so we were helped to appreciate, as they say in our community, this is not an essay product. And I can't help but allude to, in my mind, the concert stage. For indeed, you have an instrument or a product, we might say, you have a manufacturing process, but there is another whole range of activity and aspect that is perhaps even more vital, and we refer to that as fine-tuning. So I think we are able to appreciate that that has happened before you've been introduced to this. As they say, there are violins and violins and violins and violins, but some, even after 400 years, sound perhaps even a bit better than they were at the time they were crafted. So in that sense, there was a future testing for those fine concert instruments. And I couldn't help but think of those as Mr. Mahesh was delving into the details of his presentation. So the term future tested does apply. The future testing of the microphone, I must apologize, was not that well done, but we survived. And our next presentation, we still have a little issue with this, however. Our next presentation is by Umar Ahmed Demaz, who is an industrial engineer, and since the year 2000, he's been vitally involved with the biggest or the largest fabricator in Turkey. We refer to that country as Turkey. And so here he is with Auger Data since the year 2003, serves the realm of the Middle East and his home country of Turkey. And he's going to tell us a bit more of that which you need to know. Handle this gently. Misbehaves.
Hope I can handle. Hello? Too loud. Now I have to arrange the distance first. First of all, I want to say welcome. As he introduced, I don't need to introduce myself again. But I really want to thank you, the ALUMEX group and the Hades group, that they give us this elite audience to represent myself and my company, Auger Data. So This is the device. As okay, so we call our presentation into the Premier League. ALUMEX is coming more bigger fields, more bigger players. Not with us. They are aiming this. This is their week. We as Ogarata will be really happy if we could have a little bit some. Most. Hello? Okay. So, I start with who we are. We are a software company located in Germany, North Saxonia in Leer, and we do have our business since 1979. And I think I would use this. Is it okay if I just use my voice as much as I can? I would be much more comfortable. Sorry about it. Anyway, as Ogarata, we develop software, and then as Ogarata, we develop software, and the software is just for metal construction. So what we do, we are not focusing in any other ways. We do only aluminium software for the windows, doors, and facades industry. And as per this policy, we are doing whatever we can in the way that it could be perfect. And this is normal German mentality in so what, most of the things. And when they come to me and say that, hey, what you're doing, what you're selling to us, I always say, we sell time. Software and all these things, what we are doing in a matter of using these tools to give you the latest product which we are selling time. So again, to give an overview of Ogarata, that you understand why we are saying ALUMEX is coming to a Premier League. We are international. We do have more than 20 offices in all over the world, and we prefer mostly our own offices. We don't like to have our distributors who will represent you in the way that they want, we say. So in these countries we have done more than 15,000 licenses already. So with these licenses our customers has produced from mid-range, from small range to up to really high-rise skyscrapers, even Burj Khalifa and all of the others using our software in order to build these facades. And what we are doing, indeed, we are doing with our partners. I mean, we do have a product, we do have an organization, but this organization comes to life with their partners, which is really can be named as the pioneers of this sector, like Cook, Goodman, Garnier, Reynars, all these clients or all these partners, which comes to you familiar from our sector, is working with us. Not only the system houses, but also the machine suppliers or the software suppliers is also working with us. And you can see some of them here. And we recently have, we brought ALUMEX into this family, or we are in their family. So we say that this is a big step for us to be in Sri Lanka, to be in Sri Lanka with ALUMEX. So the concept of this partnership is named as ALUCES, which I really like to say that it's appreciated. They have a good name for their software. We, as Ogarata, has our own product. What we did, we customized this product as per the requirement of ALUMEX. So they have their own software like Reynars, Aluke, all the other competitive international software or international system houses has it. Ogarata will serve ALUMEX customers with ALUCES,
and ALUMEX will give this product to their customers in order to save time, create money, basically. The ALUSys software is flexible. I mean, indeed, it is exactly the logical what we have as the core product in our company, developing for the last 25 years. And with the experience of 25 years, all the minor to maximum, whatever we learned from the sector is already embedded into the software. And what we did is just to change the mask as per the requirement of ALUMEX and the database. So, if we talk about what the software is making, ALUMEX has profile data, they have the pricing, they have the drawings, and we upload it to the ALUSys, and ALUSys converts this information into useful results, let's say. So after this, you can design, you can estimate, and you can fabricate whatever you want in a really short time with accurate results. So we have the project entry, which is the design concept, and then we go through estimation, quotation, up to invoice. So A to Z, any fabricator, any constructor who needs to work with ALUSys can be able to accommodate anything what he wants with ALUMEX systems. As I said, the main purpose of software industry is saving time, saving material, and being more accurate. So we do this by using the databases. So you are not needing or required to work all the catalogs, to work on all the profiles. So the software knows it for it, and you just give the dimensions and it produces the results. Even the drawings and the sections comes out, and all the reports. Sorry about the resolution also, but the screen I was expecting a bit smaller. So, and how we maintain the database is on the cloud, and whenever ALUMEX changes something, then we put it on the cloud, and all the ALUMEX customers has it online in a matter of time. I mean, like if it's data of 1 day, after the second day, they will be able to use it the new series of the sliding which they have already designed. And there is, apart from saving all this time and material and giving you the purpose of accurate working, we have the engineering part, which can be used in order to design in the right way. So we have thermal calculations, which already has been spoken in the previous presentation. When we put the data of the profiles, including the combination of each class and so on, the software gives you automatically the report. Whatever you design as a position, it can be a curtain wall, it can be a window, it gives you the result of the thermal calculation. Static calculations, the software normally minimizes the mistakes. So the mentality behind it gives you questions and takes answers. So he asks you what you want to do. You want to have this polio? Yes. And then he goes to the second question. So he knows the mentality of producing a facade, producing a window. Step by step, taking the answer, he completes the design. And during this design process, as you see here, if you're using a static module, then he shows, okay, this module or this polyon or this transom is not suitable or is suitable. It gives you also the diagram with the all reports, including the static calculations. And then we have the CNC part, which is bringing you again the option of working directly with the CNC machines without creating any documented or printed things. So whatever you print indeed, whatever you transfer as an information gives you the risk of making a mistake. So we as Ogalata trying to eliminate this risk as much as we can. With our software, with the ALUSys, you will be able to work on the profile, and as per the handle, as per the lock, the software will understand, okay, this is the CNC operation, what I have to do, and then he will send it, or she will, let's say, send it back directly to the CNC. And in terms of transferring the information, we're going to have, again, a lot of benefit. And then we have Smart Measure. Smart Measure is a nice module which we developed recently, a couple of years. The customers come to us with the biggest problem what they had. There was a project that they are estimating. And then after the estimation, when it is approved, you have to go to the site. And then from the site, you have to take the dimensions and revise your project per the actual dimensions. And again, as I said, the information transfer makes the risks and brings you to making mistakes. So at the end, we made an app that you can go with your iPhone, iPad, Samsung, whatever, and then go to the site, take your dimension, and automatically update it in the Logical. So Logical will have the simultaneous dimensions, whatever has been taken, without any lack of information transfer. We have a lot of interfaces, which I mentioned here, the most common ones which we use. It is a CAD system, it can be any 3D. We have interfaces to ERPs. We have interfaces to Microsoft and BIM, which is becoming a big issue nowadays. I mean, all the construction and design offices is working on BIM, and they want to have more options, so we have already developed. And we have InfoServer. InfoServer is the paperless production, basic name of it, which means you design something and then you send it to production, and in the production we have established, as per the requirements, some stations that you can follow the whole production. So the CEO or the chairman who sits in the office can see each and every project in percentage, how much it has been done, how much is left, how much was in terms of mistake or with some problems. He can see an overall in this office. So, and in the production area, again, the transfer is totally paperless. So anybody who is in the cutting station, who is in the installation, who is in the welding station, so sees it as an online production order. We meet in this really precious night. I don't want to take too much time, so I just wanted to compress all the information what we have. But me and my team is here ready. If any of you want to have some more information about any topic which I showed here, we will be more than happy to answer. I'm really thankful and sorry for the mic. He's my old friend, but he didn't support me tonight. Anyway, I hope I was able to give you the impression what we can. Thank you for all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Umur Ahmed, for your feisty, passionate presentation. And we were and are able to appreciate that ALUSYS and Data are a winning combination. And almost mind-boggling, we might say. 10, 15 years ago, all of this was part of science fiction movies, wasn't it? But now, data is filled in and you have a solution that is provided. So how wonderful it is, and obviously this is something that you would want to investigate and inquire into further. So, much of what needs to be said is said, but not quite, until we've had some concluding remarks from an Executive Director of ALUMEX PLC, Mr. Pramukh Dediwal.
Take it away. Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.